What if you only had one option? What if there was only one way you could still walk? Wouldn't that be liberating, especially if that one path was the perfect path for you? The path that is truly yours. It's made for you, literally made for you. Wouldn't you want to walk this path? I think, of course, you do. It's just that we might not be clear on what is that path. You're like, yeah, I want that, give it to me. Well, it's helpful to just be aware that there is a way for you, a way that is going to surprise you in all the right ways. Truly a path that your higher self has set for yourself as this would be the most cutting edge, most perfect learning slash best experience slash best game slash best opportunity that I could ever have on this earth. This is the path I'm talking about. It's the path of least resistance, and at the same time, it's the path of highest excitement. And it's the path that you have access to right now. It might just be clouded by thoughts, by doubts, by you thinking that you know what the path is. But what if just for a moment you let go of all of that? Just you can go back to your own path if you want to, but just to have a glimpse. What would it be like to walk on this path of least resistance where actually you have no clue where you're going? It truly is an unknown. But the beauty about that is that within that unknown, everything is possible. Literally everything is possible. You're connected to all the possibilities instead of a little tiny reality where everything is set and where you slowly fall asleep because all the patterns are set. There's no excitement. There's no awakening in that. So wouldn't you want to walk on a path that feels awakened, that feels alive, that is worth way more than all the success you project in a certain path? So again, let's make ourselves available to the path of least resistance, the path of greatest excitement, the path that you were born to walk. It's the only path that will truly satisfy you. It's the only path that will feel in integrity, that will feel true. It's the only path that will truly accelerate your journey. I would label this is your IMX path, your soul's calling, your divine path, your divine blueprint. If you want to walk that path, just see if you can ask yourself, what would it take to be able to walk this path and be all in on this path? And just listen to the answer right now. For me, the answer was very simple and very straightforward. And I actually think this answer applies to everyone, even though it might be worded in a slightly different way. But it is that you will need to stay true to this path only. Only be loyal to this highway, to this way of least resistance. With all your heart, with all your might, you are devoted to that one option. And in that one option, you will find everything that you need. All the glory, all the greatness, all the fulfillment, all the love, all the bliss, all the satisfaction. But now we do want to get clear on what this path is. Again, tying back to the recent video I made on you want to have clarity before you start walking or accelerating in a certain direction. And I truly would love for you to, in this video, get a sense of what that path is. So you can start to open up to that path. You can let go of all your other desires that are not the top desire or the true desire that underlines all of these desires. And then you can walk that path. Step by step, you're stepping into the unknown, but out of the comfort zone, out of your bubble, out of the matrix, into new possibilities where everything is possible. And at first, it will be like wobbly. You're like staring into endless space. You have no idea where you're going, quote unquote, or where you're headed, but you're in for an amazing adventure as you take step by step by step. The path will appear, and the right things will follow on your path. Can you get a sense of that? I would just love for you to get a sense that if you choose this one option, this one way, everything will revolve around that, and all that you need for your journey will be provided for you. This is not just an empty promise. This is actually something that you can feel as a conviction, as a knowing, that you know that, okay, if I choose this option, if I devote myself to this completely, I might have no control over the outcome or the circumstances of my life, but it will be the most fulfilled life that I can live. And isn't that what we all want? The most possibly fulfilling life. And we might, with our mind and our limited programming and idea, we might not have the faintest idea of what that would truly look like. We usually think we have an image of that, but usually it's far greater than that. But in order for that to come in, we have to let go of the old. So let go of the old. Step into the new. Open yourself up and see if you can get a glimpse of what that path for you is, because it is only ever one step away. It's only ever one step away. It's only ever one step away. Sometimes it takes a little bit emptying out all the perspective, thinking that you know better, and then just coming back to zero, taking those 2 to 5 seconds. Recognizing that you always are, that you're actually never going anywhere. Everywhere you go, there you are. You're always there. And within that I am, what is your path? What is your way? That is your X. That is your most natural step, your most natural way of being. And the more consistently you learn to take steps in this direction, the more momentum it will build. And the more momentum it has, at a certain point it will like reach a critical mass, your old life will disappear and you will step into your new life. And then the process continues, the purifying, the spiraling of the journey, coming back to the same point. But you're choosing a path that you love, a path that you like. You're living a life worth living. And that's the only thing I want. I want you to live a life that is truly fulfilling to you, where there's truly no limits, where you can do anything that you truly want, without any of that coming from some idea that you picked up that you're compensating for. No, it comes straight from the heart, straight from the source. You just love to do that. It's just simple, it's just plain, it's just obvious. There's only one law, there's only one way for you. Walk that way. There's so much power in only having one option, in only having one way. It's the hallmark of success in almost all the areas or fields here on this earth, whether you are a superstar, a top athlete, a business person. All of them were highly focused, highly clear on what their goal was. And once they are clear on that goal, and what I'm suggesting you do is be clear on the vibrational state that you want to embody, be clear on who you truly are, who you naturally already are, let go of all the layers, and then that has no choice but to manifest. It has no choice but to manifest. If you stay true to it, it will harden into fact, because the universe doesn't have a will on its own. It can only reflect you. It's the you in reverse. So take note of that and know that the universe is always perfectly reflecting whatever internal ideas you have about yourself. But once you start playing a new tune, you will start overriding the old. And in the beginning, there might still be some echoes from the past, but even with a guitar, if in a guitar, I just heard this story that if a certain kind of music has been played in this guitar, like sort of the vibrations get stuck in the wood. And then if someone wants to play a new kind of music on it, so instead of rock, like more reggae, it takes a while for the guitar to get used to the new vibrations. And it's the same with us choosing a new vibration, choosing the new path, establishing ourselves at what we truly want to establish ourselves. And then if you just keep playing your acts, if you just keep ignoring all the rest, if you just stay true to who you really are, what you're really about, what you really want to emanate, then all else will follow from that. And you can ignore all the doubts, all the fears. You can investigate them if you want, you can uproot them. But the most important thing is that you are staying true to who you really are. You are honoring yourself. Otherwise, regrets will eventually catch up with you. So let's just prevent that. And let's right now just take a moment where you truly appreciate the own seed frequency in your heart, your true purpose, your divine blueprint that is super intelligent, and that it's the most amazing game. Like, all you want to do is play that game. Like, this is why you're here. This is the only reason why you've incarnated into this place, why you're living this life. I mean that. If you truly want to become the best version of yourself, the truest version of yourself, time and time again, let go of what you think you know and come back to the knowing of the heart, to knowing what is true and not knowing anything in the future. Oh, it's going to look like this. Just know what is the next step, because deep down you always know what is the next step and the next step and the next step. And the mind might overcomplicate it. We don't care. You just ignore that and you just take the next step. You take the next step. That is honor. That is consistency. That is precision. That is having faith. That is being devoted. Thank you for watching this video. I truly deeply care about your purpose and you living the life that you want to live. I would want nothing less for you than to live the life you set out for yourself and live that to the maximum. You truly deserve it. So take ownership and take responsibility for it in the most light-hearted kind of way until you start seeing your experience like a dream, every obstacle you see in light of that, and you are grateful for it because it's only helping you to elevate your game and to play the true game that you came here to play. So let's stop wasting time and let's just get to our purpose, our true soul song, and let's keep playing that no matter what the world says. We stay true. No matter what the mental thoughts, the suggestions, the emotions might say within yourself, you know who you are. You know what the true step is. You know right from wrong, the true frequency from that which doesn't feel good, which doesn't feel in integrity, which doesn't feel holistically aligned, and which isn't a fuck yes. Much love, my friends. Let me know if there's anything you need in the comments, whatever it may be. The greatest thing is always to reach out and ask to myself, to the universe. Just be clear on your question, what you desire, and it shall be given. Whee!